Welcome to Using Virtual Meetups for people with aphasia to stay connected. My name is Carolyn Knuckle, and I am a speech-language pathologist on the Early Supported Discharge team for stroke and brain injury rehabilitation in Calgary, Alberta. Canadian stroke best practice guidelines provide a number of recommendations when it comes to the treatment of people with aphasia, as well as guidelines for returning to the community after stroke. Abbreviated versions of these guidelines are provided here. Today, we will be reviewing ideas for how to use online platforms to support conversation and how to use these online tools to provide assistance online to someone with aphasia. I encourage you to look at the video on practical supports for people with aphasia for more ideas on how to support someone. The Aphasia Institute at aphasia.ca also provides information and training in the use of supported conversation for adults with aphasia. These techniques are helpful for both the person with aphasia and the communication partner, and you will see some of them used in the examples today. Online platforms can be useful in many practical ways for someone with aphasia. A friend or a family member may attend an appointment over video chat to help be a second set of ears or to write down or record important information relayed in the appointment. If the person with aphasia has difficulty filling out forms or looking at a website on their own, this can also be accomplished over some of the platforms we'll review today. Similarly, for some people with aphasia, writing is difficult or takes much more time. Assistance with filling out forms and drafting emails can also be accomplished with these technologies. Finally, using video and pictures to help communicate ideas that may be difficult to say verbally can also be helpful. For example, if I have a leaky tap or received a letter in the mail that I don't understand, I can show this to my communication partner using the camera so that they can help me to walk through it. In addition to practical supports, many people use these online platforms to stay connected socially. Having both video and audio available can provide some advantages over using the phone, especially for the many people with aphasia that understand more clearly when they can read information to support what they're hearing. We will look at how to use supported conversation over these platforms for conversations, but other options to connect socially include watching a movie or TV show online together, using teleparty, using screen sharing to look at photos together, or attending an online art or exercise class. Many games are also now available online, though they may require some registration and troubleshooting to use them successfully. There are also many options for the person with aphasia to connect with others online. These include online chat groups to practice communication and to meet others with aphasia, meetups to engage in conversation or activities with each other on shared hobbies, virtual book clubs, virtual Toastmasters, and support groups. If you have access to a recreation therapist, they may be able to provide you with some ideas of groups that you can participate in online. Let's look at some virtual platform features and ideas on how to use them to support someone with aphasia. There are also examples at the end of this information to demonstrate how you might use some of them. When looking at using an online platform, there are many free options, and they may be available both on a desktop and on an app for a tablet or phone. With these, there may be limits on the number of attendees or on how long a meeting can be, and some of the features that I go over today are not available on all platforms. Many of the terms and features mentioned today may be new even for frequent users of these platforms. It can be helpful to check online tutorials and walkthroughs on YouTube or on the platform website to help with familiarity and setting up an account. It's also important to think about the idea that some of these platforms will look different on different devices. You may find it helpful to set up times prior to your first conversation to explore features and tools on the platform you choose to use. Looking at options for some of the features we mention here can include exploring a whiteboard, annotating, screen sharing, and a chat box. Using screen share allows the person on the other side of the conversation to view a program or exactly what is on your screen. For some people, having the camera view available is also even further helpful. The whiteboard and annotate functions allow you to look at a blank page together and to type or draw information collaboratively. Note that the whiteboard and annotate setup will often look different depending on how you're using the program. Chat box and closed caption functions can be used to provide reading and listening support together. And you may also want to look for recording features on the program to help you save a video of important parts of conversations or to save the text from your chat box. Using supported conversation online can be easier by putting these functions to use. Using the whiteboard, you might type keywords or draw, provide multiple choice options for someone with aphasia to choose from, or use the text to confirm what you have already communicated. The chat box can also be used to write keywords, to send links, or to send information to be copied and pasted, for example, if you're drafting an email together. Often you can save this text for future reference too. When using the whiteboard on some platforms, for example on Zoom, if you're hosting the whiteboard, the other person has to add to it by annotating rather than by using their whiteboard function. You can use screen share to share anything on your screen and look at a website together or look at a document. Remote control could be used when filling out a form. For example, if I'm in control of the screen, I can click into the field on a form and then give the person with aphasia remote control to fill in their information. The next slides will demonstrate an example of supported conversation using the whiteboard and annotate functions. On these slides, the person with aphasia is planning a doctor's appointment with the help of her daughter. The daughter has put in keywords and multiple choices to find the best time and day for the appointment. We can see that the person with aphasia would like a morning appointment on neither a Tuesday or a Thursday. The person with aphasia is able to indicate that she would like an appointment on Monday, and the daughter would both verbalize and type in that she will confirm the appointment. The next day, the daughter provides keyword information to confirm the appointment and will now give some choices for how the person with aphasia will get to this appointment. As you can see, the person with aphasia has used the stamp function of a check mark to show her choice of getting a ride and confirming that the planned pickup time works for her. Some conversations may benefit from being planned ahead of time. Using PowerPoint to pre-plan these conversations can be helpful, as text and pictures can easily be added to slides. Then, when using your online platform, you can share the screen and similarly annotate on top. An example of planning to help order dinner is provided here. In this example, the communication partner is asking his sister with aphasia what she would like to plan to do for dinner. This might be a conversation that they have often, so he's prepared it on PowerPoint. Using Annotate, the sister is able to circle that she would like to order in. Our communication partner has a slide prepared for easy-to-order foods in his sister's area, and she selects to order pizza. Now, using the screen share function, they can look at the website together and use Annotate to put in text and multiple choice options to decide on a specific order. There are many ways to use online video and conversation platforms to stay connected both with and without aphasia. They can be used for social connection as well as to assist with practical tasks for someone with communication difficulty. Exploring the features and platforms that work best for you, as well as accessing the many available online tutorials on various features, can help these conversations be even more successful. Above all, be creative and use what you have. Finding new ways to communicate from afar may be challenging at times, but the more you try new solutions, the more successful your conversations can be. This concludes the presentation on using virtual meetups to stay connected with aphasia. If you have any questions or concerns, please reach out to your family doctor or local health center. You can also check out the best practice links listed on this page. Thank you for listening.